Ernie, I just want to have you tell the story of how it happened that you acquired Joey through well, actually Central New Mexico Brittany Club's rescue function.
Well, I was looking on the internet. We've never had a dog, and I wanted to find what kind of dog we should get, and Brittany's looked good to me. So I looked up Brittany Rescue on the web and found New Mexico Brittany Rescue. And I called Denise, and also could see on the website the dogs they had available. And I arranged an appointment to see a couple of them, including one called Joey, who had slight hip dysplasia. But I was looking for an adult dog or an older dog. And we went out to her place, and they had brought Joey over, and he came right up to us and stayed there for quite a while. And seemed like a nice dog. And so I asked her to bring him into our vet, and she drove up from Albuquerque to Santa Fe, and we took him to our vet to have the hip dysplasia checked out to make sure it wouldn't really be too bad. And he gave him a good bill of health, and we adopted him, and he's just been the greatest dog. He was completely housebroken, he's never done any damage, and he's a marvelous companion.
If we can go back to when you were doing your initial research and you decided that Brittany would be a good dog, can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, I looked at various breeds. My wife didn't want a big dog, and I didn't want a little dog, and just searching on the internet, it said that Brittany's had very good dispositions, and were good family dogs.
So, and I think you mentioned this at the top, you've never owned a dog before.
Never had a dog before.
I got to ask a question. If, heaven forbid, something should happen to Joey, and you were going to get another dog, do you think it might be a Brittany?
Oh, I think I'd try. I'd see what they had available.
And also want to know about a little bit more in-depth about your interaction with Denise of the Central New Mexico Brittany Club and the whole adoption process.
Well, it was very easy. I called her and we made the appointment to see the dog, and then when I was ready to make up my mind, I called her again, and she brought Joey out to see our vet. And it was a little while before we could adopt him, so she just held off on adopting him to anybody else. And when it was time, I came out, and she had him all groomed and washed and ready to go.
Groomed and washed and ready to go.
Right.
So based on your experience, would you suggest that other people, if they're considering adopting a dog and perhaps thinking about a Brittany, checking out Denise soon and the Central New Mexico Brittany Club?
I have already done that with several people when I saw dogs on the site that I thought they might like. Here's my dog.
And Joey's how old now?
Well, they thought he was 7 when we adopted him, so he's either 11, but I think he's older. There's really no way to tell. Limpid.
Think he might have a goat head?
Well, I look this way. Yeah, looks okay. You okay?
I guess I would ask Ernie if you could just describe in a few words Joey's personality.
Well, he's a very mellow dog. He gets along pretty well with other dogs, and he loves people, loves to be petted. He'll go person to person to get petted. And he pretty much sticks by people. Doesn't like it too much when he's left alone. But he gets along with most dogs. He doesn't play, he's old. Doesn't play like a puppy. But he has certain dog friends he likes to see.
Ernie, anything else you want to add about the experience of picking up Joey?
Well, it was very nice that when I adopted him, he was up to date on his shots, his meds, and also had been microchipped and even tattooed. So should he ever run away again, it's more likely we get him back. But I never let him off the leash, except in a dog park, so that there's not a chance of that.
Okay, so the tattooing and the microchip, was that something you asked for? Or was...
Oh, it was already done.
Great.
I think they do that with all their dogs.
Okay. Great. That's an important piece to add. Thanks, Ernie.
Sure.